Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam satu Malaysia. Yang amat berbahagia Tun Zaki, former Chief Justice of Malaysia, Yang Berhormat Puan Hajah Nancy, Menteri di Jabatan Perdana Menteri, Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Gani Petail, Chairman of the KLRCA Advisory Board dan Peguam Negara Malaysia, Profesor Dato Sunda Raju, Director of the Centre, Professor Dr. Rahmat, Secretary General of the Asian African Legal Consultative Organisation, Chief Justices of Malaya, Sabah, Sarawak, and distinguished members of the judiciary, legal profession, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I am very pleased to join you to be here in this beautiful Bangunan Sulaiman. In this building, the grandeur of the past meets Malaysia's sparkling modernity. It is an inspiring landmark and an inspired choice for the Kuala Lumpur Regional Centre for Arbitration. From its humble beginnings, the centre has become an integral part of the international arbitration scene. As Asia has grown to assume global significance, the centre has grown to take its place within the international arbitration community. 5 years ago, this success was far from certain. Competition from other regional centres had seen many parties turning elsewhere for dispute resolution. But we were convinced, we had a sense that KLRCA, the first institution of its kind to be established in Southeast Asia, possess all the right qualities to become the region's arbitration center of choice. It fell to the PM's department to help choose the person who would help the center realize its potential. We met with many people, including the Malaysian Bar Council, seeking potential candidates who had the required qualities, passion, commitment, maybe pedigree, element of push, to take LRCA forward. In 2010, we appointed Professor Dato Sunda Raju as the director, and I must say, it has proven to be a very, very appropriate choice indeed. I wish to express my heartfelt congratulations to Professor Dato Sunda Raju and his entire team at KLRCA for successfully putting the centre back on the regional and global map. Today's or this evening's opening is a testament to his vision and commitment and hard work of everyone at the centre. I would also like to express my gratitude to the Asian African Legal Consultative Organisation for establishing the centre in 1978. If not for their decisive initiative, we would not be here this evening. We also owe our thanks to the organization's Secretary General, Professor Dr. Rahmat Muhammad, who has contributed so much to KLRCA's international standing in recent years. The realization of this vision would not be possible without the support of a few key figures as well. In particular, I would like to pay tribute to Tan Sri Gani Petail, our Attorney General, Dato Nasri, former Minister in charge of Law, and now Puan Hajah Nancy Shukri, for your support previous KSN and present KSN, and Tan Sri Zaki. Without your support, or Tun Zaki, sorry, without support and collective involvement, we will not be here this evening. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, in retrospect, Kuala Lumpur is an obvious choice for a project like this. This is almost the definitive Southeast Asian city where glistening skyscrapers and ancient traditions meet. KL is the beating heart of Malaysia, a place of dynamism, of hope, and constant change. In this distinctive skyline, we see the reflection of modern Malaysia, a booming economy endowed with resources, innovative ideas, and hard-working people. A country that continues to thrive by opening up to the world in trade, investment, including talent and ideas. Here, in the heart of the world's fastest growing region, Malaysia stands as a bridge between cultures and eras. Asia's influence is spreading across the globe. At the crossroads between East and West, Malaysia, with its common law, racial diversity, and widespread use of English, can help firms and people make sense of this new multipolar world. So its location offers KLRCA the perfect platform to build on. Now, the center must make full use of Malaysia's competitive advantages to continue to thrive and succeed in the international arena. For the center and for the companies who depend on it, exposure to global competition will be an increasing part of the future. Sustaining Malaysia's success means continuing to open up domestic markets to foreign participation. A few months ago, the Legal Profession Act of 1976 was amended to allow foreign arbitrators and lawyers to enter Malaysia to participate in proceedings here. Foreign practitioners are now exempted from the fly-in, fly-out prohibition. They no longer require a work permit to enter Malaysia to conduct arbitration proceedings. Plus, the initiatives mentioned by Professor Raju that the government had agreed to allow means that we are able to make this center a very, very competitive one indeed. This is in line with the government's commitment to openness and growth for Malaysia's services sector. We want more competition and we want more opportunities to come to Malaysia. Increased competition will mean more pressure on some firms, but opening up brings more benefits than harm. Raising standards, improving the offer to consumers, and preparing our companies to compete in a more connected world is the right way to go. Malaysia is fast becoming a hub for commercial legal services, supporting investment and trade in Asia. Offshore firms are gradually shifting international work to Malaysia. As new opportunities arise here in Malaysia, our young legal practitioners are building their careers with global exposure. Ladies and gentlemen, one prime example of how legal services are evolving in Southeast Asia is the emergence of arbitration as a strong alternative dispute resolution medium for commercial, corporate entities alike, and even for governments. Arbitration has become the default method for resolving commercial cross-border disputes, particularly in emerging Asia, where companies operate within different legal systems and in many different jurisdictions. Malaysia is well positioned to thrive in this environment. Our courts support the arbitration process and the finality of arbitration awards, so matters can be settled in months, not decades. And the government recognizes the growing importance of arbitration in this region and is willing to invest in its future. In this regard, I would be remiss not to mention the success of us choosing arbitration as a method for resolving dispute between Malaysia and Singapore. And we both decided, Prime Minister Sian Loong and I decided that that method should be the basis for us resolving the land matters relating to the points of agreement. And that resolution through arbitration would be regarded as a finality between two governments. And that was the position we took, and that is a model that could be pursued by other countries. Instead of allowing dispute to fester and allowing tension to rack up, countries can use arbitration as a method to resolve dispute. And we showed the way. Malaysia and Singapore showed the way. And I would like to congratulate Attorney General Tan Sri Gani and his team for the success that we achieved. Of course, in any attempt for arbitration, you would not be sure of its final outcome. It was with some trepidation, although I had confidence we could win, but again, there was some trepidation, but Alhamdulillah, in the end, we prevailed, and it was a decision that we would accept even if it went against us. And that's the spirit and principle of arbitration. So congratulations once again for the success. Ladies and gentlemen, we've always kept a keen eye on KLRCA's progress. In fact, in 2013, as testament to the good work done, KLRCA had won the Global Arbitration Review Award for Innovation by an individual organization in 2012, which marked a major milestone in the history of KLRCA. And as we knew, the time was right to further support the center's aspirations by investing in its relocation to this elegant heritage building. We couldn't have given you a better building, in fact. Bangunan Sulaiman was built in 1930 and still stands as a very, very solid building. You can imagine the kind of work that was done to ensure buildings would last for a long, long time. So the center is on solid ground in more than one sense. Over the past 2 years, it has undergone a series of major refurbishments whilst maintaining its distinctive aesthetic. Buildings like this are not just part of Malaysia's past, they are part of our future too. Alongside other prominent examples of pre-independence architecture, they form the rich patchwork that gives the city its unique feel. Traditional design, colonial style, and a modern outlook are amongst the ingredients that make Kuala Lumpur a beautiful and intriguing capital. Each of these qualities are found here in Bangunan Sulaiman. This historic building is now an integrated international dispute resolution center with state-of-the-art facilities. I'm reminded that when you invite people for arbitration, you must create a very conducive atmosphere for people to engage in this process of finding a resolution. They must feel relaxed, they must feel that they are welcome, that they must feel that they have the facilities so that they have the right frame of mind to engage in a process of arbitration. And the center is opening its doors to other reputable legal services institutions who are looking to set up shop in Kuala Lumpur. This building has already attracted the attention of the Permanent Court of Arbitration, the International Courts of Sport Arbitration, the Chartered Institute of Arbitration Malaysia, the Malaysia Institute of Adjudicators, and several international legal firms. It will also host iCells, the think tank and research arm of the Attorney General's Chambers and the National Legal Aid Foundation of Malaysia. But this evening we are here to celebrate the first and principal occupant. I believe Bangunan Sulaiman will provide KLCRA with a perfect platform and infrastructure to continue their work, enhancing the appeal and significance of arbitration in the Asia-Pacific region. I hope it will spur KLRCA on to greater success, and you have accomplished much, from 22 cases to 250 cases a year. That, by the way, exceeds your KPI. That success comes thanks to the stewardship of Professor Dato Sundar Raju and his board advisors chaired by Tan Sri Gani Patel, and includes very, very distinguished personalities. And those personalities have been mentioned. I wish them and everyone at KLRCA the very best for many, many years to come. And with that, I'm pleased to declare Bangunan Sulaiman, the new home of KLRCA, not only open, but open to the world. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.